simply knocked us off our feet.
Paul, that was good. Yeah, I mean, just when you think that it's a normal day and it's a normal Monday and suddenly everything becomes all about the sand between your toes.
Ed Aschoff is with us. He's college football reporter for ESPN, and Saturday he spent a day like no other. He took us through the day. What was it like?
It was a lot harder than I thought it would be. I honestly thought going into it, watch a little film prep, understand that use your wrist. I'm pretty athletic. Grew up playing soccer and baseball. I can keep up with these guys. I know cushions. It's so much faster, and it's not necessarily the players. I mean, they're incredibly fast, but it's just the movement on the field from when a ball is dead to, all right, got to grab that ball, place it, spot it, talk to your guys, communicate, count people. I was spinning. I have a college education, and I didn't feel like I did because my brain literally melted right when I got out there. It's on press box heat, and I wasn't ready to adjust. I understand why guys cramp, and I was double fisting Powerades at halftime. But it was fun. It was a lot of fun. It was really educational, and those guys have harder jobs than I think a lot of us think. All of us. Big old Kevin Carter, Chris Doering, Barrett Jones, these college athletes, they were struggling right along with me. So I felt pretty good when it came to that.
Yeah, Ed, you mentioned some of the names that joined you. A lot of our colleagues out there, Maria Taylor included, Brock Huard. Who was the best ref and who was the worst, in your opinion?
Oh, man, Maria got MVP on her. She had the least amount of critique during the debrief, although she did set the ball down the wrong way after a first down, and so we got to poke fun at her. She wasn't up there for it, so we got to do it behind her back, which was even better. As far as the worst, I have to go with myself because I was paying attention to myself the entire time, and Brock Huard will make fun of me until the day I die, but I could never remember to spot the ball and get it to Barrett when he was the umpire, and so he's running around doing my job for me for most of the game, and then I finally get one, and he just gives me this big hug like, you finally did it, kid. Well done. So I got to give myself the lowest grade. And I thought I was going to be the one who had the easiest job, and it was tough.
What did you learn, as someone who obviously has watched a lot of college football and he usually is sitting in a press box, what did you learn from being down there and seeing the game at field level, especially with a more than a rooting interest in the game as far as getting the plays right and accurate?
I learned that you don't focus on what's really happening in the game. I didn't know the score at halftime. I didn't know the score at the end of the game. I had no clue who was throwing the ball and who played well. So anyone who thinks that refs are biased during the game, my hat's off to that referee because I don't know how they can pay attention to anything that's going on there during the game except for what's happening right around them. Like, my focus was so much on let's count the defenders, let's figure out where I need to backpedal, let me see my zone. To see the game that close and that fast is totally different from watching it on TV and watching it in a press box. It just moves at a different kind of speed, and games on the field are a lot shorter in your mental time than they are when you're watching it. So we were down there for an hour and 45 minutes. It felt like 20 minutes of being on the field. I didn't look like it felt like 20 minutes, but I felt like it was 20 minutes.
Well, Ed, this may be hard to answer because of what you just said, but you were up close and personal with this Georgia team. Anything that you took away from their performance in the spring game that you did get to pay attention to?
After going back and watching it on TV, I think that a lot of people are going to talk about the offense and obviously quarterbacks Jacob Eason and Jake Fromm, but I like these quarterbacks moving, and the defense stood tall. I mean, they made a lot of big plays in the secondary. I like that defensive line. They're still going to get Trenton Thompson back in the fall. They've got some young guys coming in who can help out in the secondary. Richard LeCount looks like